Yeah, mi gente, ya tú sabes. This is Chivo's Choice, aka El Piñata King, aka El Maestro de la Propaganda, coming to you with a second video tutorial on how to do a piñata properly. This video is gonna be a circle, basic shapes, but also fun shapes. An Angry Bird, Bomb Bird. Has special features, golden egg, the ring around it, the flame. I'm gonna show you a little time lapse, step by step, how to do an Angry Bird, Bomb Bird. Chivo's Choice, aka El Piñata King. We all over the web. Out on the Piñata King, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, we all over the web. Check out my people los macizos. Many more videos coming, many more tutorials coming for how to make the eyes, the mouth, stem, the fire, everything. That's gonna be another video, but this one is just gonna be how to build that wireframe, how to paper mache it, how to cover it with tissue paper, and how to make all the features. Master of my craft. Check me out, check los macizos out. Macizos Compañía on Twitter, give them a shout. Facebook, ya tú sabes, we're all over the web.
Right now I'm going to show you the tools I use and the techniques I use to make the wireframe piñata. As you can see, it's simple wire. I'm going to give you the gauges the next time I buy the wire, and a smaller gauge wire tightening up the end. Here what I'm doing is measuring all the circles that are going to make the sphere, try to make it as similar as possible. Try to make at least 4 or 5 so you can get a perfect sphere. Right now I'm making the 4th circle. Now what I'm doing, connecting them with 2 hooks. Bend the ends one way and another so it clicks in perfectly, like a perfect fit, and make little hooks on each side.
Chivo's Choice, aka El Piñata King.
Opposite way. One going up, one going down, one going left, one going right. That way it connects like a perfect fit.
We all over the web.
At this point, I have done 3 circles and I'm attempting to do the 4th one. Same technique, fold up, fold down, then tighten it with the clamps.
Chivo's Choice, aka El Piñata King.
The thinner wire is good because you need something to tighten the ends or tighten it where they attach. Right now with the thinner wire, what I'm doing is threading it through 2 loops to make a semi-sphere. As you can see right now, it's taking shape. With only 2 loops, I am tightening the top with the thinner wire, and I'm gonna be tightening the bottom with the thinner wire as well.
We all over the web.
You loop it all around, you thread it all around the edges so it's nice and strong and sturdy and it doesn't move. Then you just cut it and then you tighten it with the clamps again, the smaller wire. Now you can see it's almost a sphere. I add another circle or another loop to the frame, add more thin wire, and loop it again. Through every corner of the sphere, you have to loop it so it's a nice and sturdy sphere. Here I am threading the bottom. Sometimes you gotta use 1 or 2 wires to make it really strong, and that way it doesn't break on you when you're trying to hit it or trying to build on it.
Chivo's Choice, aka El Piñata King.
You can see the sphere almost done with the last loop going in. I call it the circle. but it's actually a sphere where all the candy is going to go in. Instead of using a balloon, this is the proper way how Central Americans do it with the wireframe. Now I'm just threading it and making it nice and tight, and now I present to you the sphere that your piñata Angry Bird is going to be shaped out. It's pretty close to a perfect sphere. This is the 5th piece of wire that I'm going to use as the sphere's equator, we can call it, because it's going to go in the middle of the sphere to attach all the other loops and make it a strong sphere, make it a ball shape, and make it a piñata circle-like. So I'm threading it with the smaller wire and attaching it to all the other loops of the sphere. Sphere is a circle, is a whole bunch of circles. So therefore, these are going to go on top and the bottom to give it more strength, more durability. But it's the same principle of bending the ends and tightening them and just shaping them into the circle that you need. Same technique, you have to, with the thinner wire, thread it on and weave it on to the where you like it. That way you have a top base and a bottom base. Here I am attaching the bottom base. And as you can see, it's a lot more stable, and I can even probably like play with it, kick it at this point, but we still gotta paper mache it. At this point, as you can see, it rolls. There's perfect stability. Then what you do is you just loop the hook through the top and start paper macheing it.
Don't forget to subscribe, to like, comment, and share the link. This video is showing you how to make an Angry Bird piñata.
Part 2 of this tutorial is how to paper mache it. Here I'm showing you with time-lapse how to paper mache properly your piñata sphere. As you can see, you start from the top and you start from there and you work your way down, because with working with paper mache it's a lot of water and you need to dry it as best as possible. So what you do is you layer it sideways, trying to get as much volume as possible from the top to the bottom. Go with the second layer up and down. That way it makes the structure stronger.
We all over the web.
After you dry out the top part, you turn it around and you work on the bottom. Same technique, left and right, then up and down. As you can see right now, I'm doing each loop with its own paper mache. And then covering it over with left to right after doing up and down. That way it's a complete shape and it's a lot durable. At this point, we let it dry for a couple days. Now we are adding the tissue paper as the base. At this point, I am using black because the bomb bird in space is all black with a red stomach. So right now I'm just adding a lot of glue to the sphere and slowly putting black tissue paper on top of it, and with a paintbrush I am covering over the parts that are not glued up yet. I'm adding more glue from the bottom and top, that way the tissue paper gets stronger. Try to cover as much possible.
aka El Piñata King.
And go with the flow, go with the paper. Don't make it too crumply. Don't make it, because remember, you have to layer the other tissue paper on top of this one. At this point, I'm just covering it up, and now we're moving on to the finer details. What I am doing here is making the vest, or the ring around the Angry Bird. I add a lot of glue, let that dry, and add more tissue paper. That way the ring around it is strong, not fragile like tissue paper. I also had to cut the one side that's glued to the sphere, to the Angry Bird. That one edge, I had to cut it in many times, like I did with the actual tissue paper that I put on the bird. That way it's a lot easier to stick onto a sphere. Right here, I'm just folding the extra red tissue paper after drying it out and making it strong. As you can see, it's already strong and it can last a long time. Right now I am adding the tissue paper cut up as the design on the stomach. It's a red stomach with a black background, so I'm adding red for the stomach and black for the body. You add the glue with the paintbrush and slowly with your finger dab where you want it to stick. And as a circle, you would have to go all the way around and not stop to get a perfect pattern, because if you stop and only work one section, you're gonna get different patterns, different sections. So what I try to do is try to go all the way around, back and forth, try to get the same pattern all the way around. As you can see, the golden egg, the vest, the mouth, and the eyes are already done. That's gonna be in a different video tutorial showing you how to do those. After letting the bottom dry, I'm adding the top black tissue paper to make it look like feathers. Right now I'm working the face, and you gotta take your time because it's very detailed. Let's do the same thing. Add glue and slowly with your finger dab where you want the tissue paper to land. Very time consuming, and it's, some people might say, tedious. So as you can see, it's layering as shingles on top of your roof, where you would lay one and lay the other one on top, slightly on top. I might have to do a video on a little closer on how to lay down the tissue paper.
We all over the web.
Of the bird, where the flame is going to come out with the same kind of tissue paper. As you can see, this is the final product.
All covered properly. There's something missing. A flame. Let's light this baby up. It's lit up now. Angry Birds ready to go. We all over the web. Photo. This is gonna be for my photo. Angry Bird, Bomb Bird, Space Bird, ya tú sabes, Chivo Choice, el Piñata King, aka maestro de pasapata, el maestro de propaganda, el maestro de piñata. Like I said, if I was in New York, I would have a gallery. Hit me up if you're a collector. I'll make more. I'll make the whole collection. Just give me a time frame. El Piñata King. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Macizos, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Blogger. Big shout out to La Realista with the new blog. Come check me out. Wait for my other videos. Thank you very much for watching. So this has been your tutorial on how to do a proper circle. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about us. El Piñata King showing you how to do piñatas the proper way. Ya tú sabes, Chivo Choice, los macizos, Cuatro Fuerte, shouting everybody out there, Latinos stand up, unidos, coming soon. Third bird in the Angry Bird Space Collection. The triangle has been your tutorial on how to do a circle. Chivo's Choice. aka El Piñata